Thank you, folks. Thanks for having me here today. I am Jason Judkins, and today we're going to be talking about making money online. Now, there has never been a time in history like right now that anyone with access to a computer can put their content for sale on the web and have it marketed to the entire world and for free. And that possibility didn't exist just as little as 5 to 10 years ago. And anybody can do this. Why not become your own boss and take charge of your own life? Now I want to tell you a story about a guy that has a YouTube channel. His channel is named PewDiePie. Let me see if I can spell that right. It's PEWDIEPIE if you want to look it up. But this guy has 25 million subscribers on his YouTube channel. And all he does is he has tons of videos of him playing video games, and he adds his comical wit in with the video. But basically, say if you're playing the latest game of Call of Duty and you don't know how to beat a certain level, odds are you can search it up and this guy will have a video of him playing that exact same game. Now, because he has 25 million subscribers, the earnings he gets off of his advertisements on YouTube, and all he had to do was just post videos and monetize it. You know, YouTube will place an ad on there and then pay him the money for when people click on his ads. But this guy, from his videos, makes between $140,000 to $1.4 million a month just off of that, of his YouTube channel. And all the guy does is play video games. Now, it's pretty ingenious that this guy probably just happens to like to play video games, and he found a way to make money at doing what he loves to do. So if he can do it, why can't you do it? I mean, you might not be able to do the same thing that he's done, but you can create your own channel for what you do. You know, maybe you like to show people how to put on makeup or how to fix cars, or, you know, whatever it is that you're good at. You know, you can make videos and post it online for free, just like that guy did. So anybody can put a video on YouTube, and I say, why not put yours up on the web? YouTube doesn't charge for it. You can click the monetize option under settings, and YouTube will actually pay you for allowing them to put their ads before your video plays. And why not? That's a stream of income that you didn't have before, and it works 24 hours a day, you know, and you don't have to do nothing else to it. You just post the video and that's it. And if your friends share it or people share it on their Facebook, that's more and more views you can get just from networking. Now, you can make a YouTube channel about almost anything. There are people that have YouTube channels just them talking about sports, or how to put on makeup, or how to fix your lawnmower, or just anything that you can think of. You know, people post a video and can make money on it. And I know some people can sit there and think, well, there's already somebody that's doing what I want to do. And it's like, well, that's always the case. No matter what career or profession you go into, there's already someone else doing it. It doesn't mean that just because other people are doing it that you can't also make money at it as well. Alright, let's talk about music for a moment. Now, a lot of people have maybe music that they recorded 5, 10, 20, 30 years ago that is not for sale anywhere. It just sits on a shelf, you know, inside their closet, wherever at home. Now, your music can be listed online for free in most places, and you can earn royalties off that as well. Now, Pandora Radio, for example, their online streaming service, they have millions of listeners to their online radio content. Now, anyone can submit their music to Pandora, and if you can get accepted into their library, that's thousands of or millions of potential plays that you can have off Pandora Radio. And people that listen to Pandora Radio, you know, maybe showing your music to where they had never heard of you before, and then you can get fans that way. Now, to submit your music to Pandora, go to submit.pandora.com. I'll write that up here. So http://submit dot submit.pandora.com, and from there follow their directions to take your music and submit it, and they'll review your songs and let you know. I think it's within like 2 or 3 weeks, maybe a month or so, if your content's been accepted or not. But I mean, maybe it'll be rejected. Well, you didn't lose anything, but your small amount of time that you took submitting your music. But if you get accepted, that could be millions and millions of plays on your music that you can get paid for. And it may only be, they may only pay half a penny or a penny or so for each time they play your song. But again, that's money you didn't have before. And say if you get 1 million plays, well, 1 million plays at a penny would be, let me do my math in my head, I think $10,000. Well, I mean, who of us cannot use an extra $10,000? And like I said, from being played on Pandora, that people will discover your music that may have never heard of you before, and go buy your album from digital content or a hard CD copy. Now with music, you can have your music for sale on iTunes, on Amazon. I don't know, there's so many online stores. You can also have it to be streamed on Spotify and Deezer and other music networks that with the streaming services, you get paid for every time someone streams your music. And unlike Pandora, like with Spotify and Deezer, and I mean, there's a whole big list of them that you can, automatically be put on those streaming lists that they don't have a accept or reject. You just put your music through a music distributor, and they'll all automatically place it into those streaming services and for sale for download on those online stores. Now, a good music distributor to go through is a company called RootNote. I'll write it here on the board, but it is, most distributors charge money to place your single or your album in all these online stores, but RootNote is the only service that I know that will do it for free. Like, they don't charge any startup costs or anything. They just charge you 15% for every sale that you make or stream. So say basically for every dollar you make, you keep 85 cents and they keep 15 cents. But there is no upfront cost or anything. And again, that's the only company that I know of that doesn't charge any upfront fees. So if you'll go to routenote.com, that's routenote.com, and you can go on there and register for a free account and then list your songs. Now when you go to register, under the space where it will say referral code, if you'll type in, let's see, it's 726 FC 772. So when you go to start your account, and it'll say, how did you hear about RootNote, and have a referral code. If you type in 726 FC 772, they'll process your account and your music faster. Now again, once you submit your music to RootNote, they'll automatically place your music into the iTunes store, Amazon MP3 store. I don't know, again, there's like a list of probably 10 or 15 stores that they'll list your music in, and they'll give you options to set the price on your music. Like if you want to charge $1.29 for a single, or 99 cents a single, or 59 cents a single. But you know, either way, it's somewhere around about $1 every time someone wants to download one of your songs, or uh, so much per album, say, $6, or whatever you set the price at. But again, that could just be music that you have sitting on a shelf that just collects dust, and that's of a hidden source of income there that you can place on these online stores. And 24 hours a day, they can be making you money. And like with the streaming services, Spotify, Deezer, that's over in Europe, uh, people can go on, Spotify, and Spotify is a competitor of Pandora, but people can go on Spotify and listen to your music, and it'll show up for a lot of people on their Facebook, because if you log in with your Facebook account or your Twitter account, whatever social media, that when they listen to your music, you'll come up on their Facebook feed, so then all their friends will see what song they listen to, and then that's, even more people that can see your content just based off of what someone's playlist is, on their Facebook, that come from, using their Spotify account. So let's say on my Facebook page, I have 300 friends, and I listen to a song by John. Well, now it comes up on my Facebook feed, hey, so-and-so song by John. Well, now my 300 friends will see that. Maybe one or two of those friends will say, hey, let me see what he's listening to. They'll click on it. Maybe they have 300 or 400 friends apiece. And then so on. You can see how something, that's online content can, spread or go viral so fast. And again, if you have home recorded music that is not for sale anywhere, that maybe you recorded it 20 years ago and it never was a success, why not put it on the web? Again, it could be another source of income that you didn't have before. And with these musical recordings, they don't have to be done in a big fancy, $10,000 a day studio. You can make recordings in a pretty cheap home studio and put it online. As long as it's music, as long as it's recognizable as a song, you can put it online for sale. I mean, anyone with the basic gear can make music and put it online and make money off of it. Just to give you an example on music, my son has downloaded stuff out of the iTunes store for 99 cents that you can tell these are songs that are probably recorded in somebody's basement, that they just put techno music behind with some little silly rap that they come up with. And that person could be a millionaire just because a bunch of 7-year-olds bought their music. Now, when you upload your music to RootNote or to a music distributor or submit it to Pandora, you're more than likely going to have to change the format of your music from a WAV file to an MP3 file, and most of those services want you to encode your MP3 at a 320 kilobyte per second bit rate. I use a program called FreeRip. It's a free program you can get off the web, and it converts your audio files from one form to another, or allows you to change the bit rate on it. But I'll write that up here. You just look up. See, I messed that up. FreeRip, FREERIP, and you'll see they'll have a link to download their software for free. And most of those services want you to change your bit rate to 320, and it's probably a constant bit rate that will give you a option to have a variable bit rate or constant bit rate, not bit rate. And I think to have the 320, I think it has to be a constant bit rate. That's 320 kilobytes a second. But most of the music distributors want the files in that format, because that's about the highest quality MP3 you can get. Now, maybe you don't have any music. Maybe music's not your thing. Well, another option is you can write a book. You can write a book about anything. Whatever, just like with a YouTube video, whatever your interests are, you can go write a book about it. And if you'll go to a website, it's a KDP Publishing. That's Amazon's service for Kindle that you can type up your book on your PC and submit it to KDP, to Amazon service. And anyone, I think the minimum requirements are that it has to be 24 pages long, and I think that's the only requirement. So anyone with a computer, anybody that uh, can type up a book and submit it to KDP Publishing, and people will read your book on Kindle. They have promotional programs where you can go on there and they'll promote your book. Like you could put your book for free for like a day or two, and they'll promote your book, say, hey, this is today's free book. Now you're not going to make any money off giving your book away for free, but giving it away for free on a promotion, get your name out there, and then maybe you could have a link in your book to something else that you sell or something else that you've done, and then you can generate more traffic that way. Now with the KDP Publishing, your book is marketed to many countries. Amazon has Kindle services in I'm not sure how many languages, but say if you submit your book to Kindle, if you're in the Kindle store on Amazon, then your book is marketed in the United States, Great Britain, Germany, Japan, Mexico, Australia, Canada. I may be leaving out, I think Italy, um, maybe Spain, Brazil's another one. Um, but I mean, just think of how many people are in all those countries that you can market to people. Again, that wasn't a possibility just as little as 5 to 10 years ago. Now, if you write a book, let's say if you write a book in English, you could have it translated into Spanish, German, Dutch, Italian, Portuguese, Japanese. I don't know if I've repeated myself. I'm trying to think of all the different languages that you can that Amazon carries. Well, let's just go with that. There's 7 right there. You just went from having one source of income to now 7, only just by translating your book into different languages. Okay, so that's your book in the Kindle format. Now let's say that you want to take your book and put it into paperback. Go to a website called createspace.com. That's createspace.com. That's another Amazon company, and it's very awesome what all they can do on that website. Now on the createspace.com, you can take your book, you can submit it. Amazon will put it into paperback form, and then your book will be for sale on the Amazon site also, with the Kindle version too, that on the page of the book it'll say in paperback and in Kindle. And you can also do a audio book. You can pay them, I don't know what the fee is, to take your book and put it into an audio book, or you can just record your own audio and then submit it, and then also have an audio book as well. Now the great thing with CreateSpace is that you don't have to buy 500 books or 1,000 paperback books that are sitting around your house and that you have to buy wholesale and then sell them. CreateSpace, they only print up books whenever someone orders one. It's all digital content and it's just print on demand. So your book's in paperback format, but they only print it when someone orders one. Say if I go and order your book, they print it up right then, ship it off. That's like I said, a lot better than 10 years ago, that anyone who wanted to write a book, you'd have to buy so many copies and have it at a wholesale price, and you just had the books till you could sell them. But with the CreateSpace, everything that they do is all of print on demand type technology. And back to the music as well with CreateSpace. Um, you can also submit your music to there too, and they'll have your CD print on demand too. That you could, your CD will be listed on Amazon, and they only print up CDs when somebody orders one. Now again, these are all free services that I named. That these possibilities didn't exist just as little as 5 to 10 years ago, and being in business is kind of like playing the lottery, is that some people will sit there and be like, oh, I can never do that. Well, I can't write a book, or I can't be one of those. And just like with the lottery, you can't win the lottery unless you play. That if you don't play the lottery, you have a 100% chance of not winning anything. You only get a chance of winning if you buy a ticket. And it's the same thing in business. If you have that attitude that you can't do this, or I'll never be one of those, then that's what you're going to get. You have a 100% chance of failure. With that type of outlook. Um, but if you do something, if you do create something, that didn't exist before, then you may not succeed. You may succeed, you may not, but at least you have a chance. If you don't do anything, you're giving yourself, a 100% chance of not succeeding. Now, also on the CreateSpace site, they also have a service for films. If you have a film, they do DVDs also, that if somebody can order your DVD on Amazon and it's print on demand just like the CDs and the books are. They also have an instant video service too. Again, if you have a film, you can submit it to CreateSpace. There are some requirements. I'm not exactly sure what they all are, but they're all listed on there. It's not very hard to do, but yeah, you can submit your film, and anyone can go on the Amazon instant video service and pay a fee to watch your film. That's anyone that has a PC. A lot of people have those little streaming boxes now that hook to your TV. The Rock use, and it's got Amazon Instant Video on there. So people at home can flip through those things and see your video, download it, and then stream it, and watch it instantly. And that could be millions of people that you could be marketed to that have a Roku box or a laptop that they're looking for a streaming service, because a lot of people don't have cable as much as they used to. A lot of people are cutting their cable off and just using services like Netflix or Amazon. And again, if you have a film and if you're on their streaming service, you could potentially be opened up to millions of people in their home, looking for something to watch, and they can come across your film,